Hi guys, you got Frankenfoot here, and as is our custom, let's watch this attack. So, we are doing the GoBoLaLoon. Got a little closer for comfort than I would have liked, but I did wind up with the three. Space had mid-level heroes, high max level defenses, but walls were not that high, so the walls look awfully intimidating. But as you can see, you've got Golems with wizards, starting on the left here for the funnel. Yeah. Heroes and bowlers. What are you so excited about? You like this attack? Yeah, heroes and bowlers coming in. Poison spell out on the clan castle troops. You've got a rage immediately followed by heal since those bowlers decided to find those giant bombs there. And once they take out the second air defense, you're going to see balloons coming in on the south and hounds coming in on the bottom. What has got you so excited? And so the balloons unfortunately hit sort of a Tesla farm down here I wasn't expecting, but we throw some haste to help get them through. Haste to help get the other pack of bowlers to the air defense, and then the hounds go to the second air defense. And that guy's at like full health. He did pick up an air bomb, but I'm in not any real major hurry to get the balloons up there. But unfortunately, a very poorly timed wizard tower shot took out all the pups at once just as that hound exploded. That was unfortunate. So alright, I have no idea what my 1-year-old has lost his mind about, but he is as happy as anybody I've ever seen in my entire life right now. I just gotta make sure he doesn't fall off the bed. But, yeah, so nothing you can do here. Everything's laid down. Thankfully, I had just enough balloons to get through those archer towers and end up at that wizard tower. You saw I tried to get some backside balloons there to help things out. And the queen has survived, and you've got just enough pups around, and one wizard I had left in the bank that I dropped down there. Kept him around for a rainy day, so to speak. And we're in cleanup phase. So, now that that's done, let's break it down. Alright, so let's hit this play again button. We'll pause it here. So, if we want to go weave a hobo, if we want to GoBoLaLoon this base, which has been working quite well for me. I have yet to not 3-star Town Hall 9 since my Barb King has come back up in a war attack. Now, I did, for my second attack here, I did try a 10. I only got 1 star, and that's unfortunate. But it's kind of a rushed attack, and I don't have much experience attacking 10, so I'll let myself slide on that. But against 9s, still have a perfect record here. But this is kind of a tricky base, and a couple of things went wrong. A couple of unlucky things happened that made this a lot closer than I would have liked. So dropping the golems is a bit tricky because you have got these defenses here. So your first golem is definitely going to go. Okay, so where do you want to? Let's start with where do you want to come in? I elected to come in on this side because you're not going to have an expo on you immediately, and you are going to take one out before or around the time the second one gets heat on you. Actually, before the second one gets heat on you. You're going to get the clan castle pull, but not immediately. You see the golem's going to park it right here, and he's not going to pull the clan castle until he moves on to the second defense. So that gives the wizards time to respond, and the heroes should be out by then. I found that helps a lot. You're not going to have the queen on you immediately either, not until you bust in here, and so your golems are going to survive a lot longer with that going on. So this was a good compartment to bump into, and you've got 2 air defenses you can get. This one immediately. The queen can reach that one. The bowlers can get it on a bounce. A couple ways you can get that guy. Here's the problem. So this is a fresh hit. I don't know what's where. My thought was he probably had a Tesla there, and that was wrong. Turns out he had a Tesla farm here that I wasn't quite prepared for. So I might have approached things a little bit differently if I knew that was there. But anyway, so you bust in here. You're going to get 2 air defenses. You're going to get this air sweeper and a wizard tower and expo, which is all good. And you've got to get the queen. I've never not gotten the queen, so I don't know how it would work if I didn't get the queen, but you pretty much got to get the queen, or so I assume. So the first golem's going to go here. He's going to be just out of reach of the clan castle troop, which is what I want. And you've got a high level, high hit point building here. So I'm going to drop 3 wizards, 1, 2, 3. help clear these out rather quickly. And then on this side, I'm going to drop a golem here who's going to go for that archer tower. Then 1-2 wizards there to help the funnel on that side. Then timing the mortar shot, nothing else splash damage wise is going to be close to that wall so the wall breakers can move in quite easily and get the wall. And then the thing that worries me is all this white space, and I don't know what this white space is. Could be Teslas. I wish it were Teslas because the bowlers would make short work of them in a rage spell. Might be double bomb or might be giant bombs. Did turn out there was giant double giant bombs here, which is bad news for bowlers. So that was sort of like unfortunate surprise number 2 that happened. So as I kind of expected that though. So as the bowlers went in here, I had my finger on the heal spell, just waiting for that to manifest itself. The other thing that's going to happen is the golem is going to, when this archer tower goes, the golem's not going to want to redirect into here. He's going to want to keep going for that air tower. Ooh? Yeah. So in order to make sure he goes in and does something good, and there's also the risk that bowlers are going to try to get this air defense instead of moving into this compartment, I'm going to go ahead and drop my jump spell right around here. That'll allow this golem to enter here. Oh dear. And it will also allow things to move around in here. So that's where the jump spell is going to go. Rage spell is going to go kind of in this compartment to help them move through things. And then a heal spell whenever I need it. You saw it kind of came down early, and that was because they hit those giant bombs there. And that's one way I've found you can really have your bowlers get wrecked, at least at Town Hall 9, is those giant bombs are bad news. Double giant bombs for bowlers are just as bad as they used to be on hogs. Anyway, so once that's done, picture what pieces of the base is going to be wiped out. Picture sort of this section here is wiped out. And so this looks like a very nice spot to send balloons because you've got nothing that's going to hurt them. You've got a mortar and a bomb tower. Unfortunately, there's a bunch of Teslas sitting here I didn't know about. So I was going to drop a few balloons here, 2 per defense because that's the way I do it. Then a hound here, and then a few more balloons in the second hound in this direction. And I was just going to drop a haste spell on these guys to rocket them to the air defense. And these guys are all coming in behind the air sweepers. So after they take out these buildings, they should move forth and take care of the air sweeper. This one should be gone, so I've got no air sweepers to contend with for the rest of this raid. You're getting a little close to the edge there, bud. Why don't you come back? And then it's as easy as that. The golems are going to redirect to that defense, hold on to a few balloons, and drop them in on the back side. It's nice to kind of have the wizard tower going after 1 balloon instead of a group of balloons. And the timer go off. Meatballs are ready. And the king's not going to have anything to contend with. So let's watch it play out. Or the king's not going to be an issue. So this is an air attack. So first golem comes down. 1 wizard here, 2 wizards on that, so they can start working on the storage. Second golem here, 2 more wizards on the edge, and then just timing with the mortar shot, which you didn't have to because the mortar is not going anywhere near the wall breakers. Wall breakers come in, tear a hole. So you see this golem is now moving for that air defense, which draws the clan castle, which I had no idea what it was, and unfortunately it was 2 Valkyries and a baby dragon, which is kind of rough. That's not what I wanted to see out of there, so that was an unfortunate thing to happen. And the king goes in, and instead of going for the queen, he's going over here, and he's getting beat up by Teslas. Golems are going over here. They're at the end of the health. Bowlers picked up 2 giant bombs, but thankfully I got a heal spell down, so they survived. The queen is gone. The first air defense is gone. The second air defense is on its way. But unfortunately, just not knowing where the traps were, I sent things in kind of the wrong spot here, more than I would have liked to. So the bowlers get the second air D on the skip, drop the balloons, drop them into a bunch of Teslas. Thankfully, the first hound tanks for it. But I go ahead and drop another haste. I like to save that haste, but I drop it a bit earlier to try to get them rocketing through that Tesla farm, because that could have been bad news for the hounds. And now here's something amazing. Watch this hound. So as soon as he pops, poof! It's like, you see all those dead things right there? That was the hound's pups. The pups blasted and it came out just as soon as right before that wizard tower blast struck, and it wiped all the pups out in one shot. Very unfortunate. But anyway, you got 2 balloons that I'm going to save for over here, and 1 wizard for cleanup, and that's the end of the raid. So at this point, you just got to hope that you got enough juice left over to get it through. And thankfully you did, and that's that. So now I'm going to go get meatballs out of the oven. And I bid you all adieu. I said adieu.